Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Cindy here from CLB Craft Creations, and this is the card project that we're making today. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, just life getting in the way. Zoom out a little bit. Sorry, just trying to get this set right so you can see. Okay, so today we're going to be making this card. Features last year's set For All Things. We're just using the sentiment Grateful for You. And then we're also going to use the vintage leaf set again, which is one of my favorites. It's in the annual catalog. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just get started, and we'll go through the colors and everything as we move along. I have a very vanilla base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're actually not doing anything to the base. Everything's going to be on this top layer, which measures 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and you still need to be zoomed out a little bit. Still working on this new camera setup, so I apologize. All right, so we're going to take our leaves. I'm going to start with this leaf and our Delightful Dijon. Definitely a very good fall color. And this is actually a pretty quick card. Just ink that up, and I'm going to angle that over here to the left. And you can get it all on the card if you want, or partially on the card. It's really up to you. Okay, move on to Cajun Craze. We're going to take the larger leaf. Again, just ink that up. We're going to overlap that a bit, kind of making that one go up and down as much as possible. These will lighten up too as they dry. And then our third color is Mossy Meadow, another in color, and we're going to take the smallest leaf. I saw this card actually on Pinterest. I don't remember who the artist was, but it is not my original idea. And then what I think I'm going to do, this also features some of our burlap ribbon. I think actually I'll just go ahead and stamp it and then decide where the ribbon needs to go. Okay, I'm going to use Early Espresso. We're going to do two things with the Early Espresso. So first, I'll go ahead and stamp my Grateful for You sentiment. And I'm just going to focus on getting that down here in the bottom right corner. Just trying to make sure that it's kind of got the same amount of space along the bottom there. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my aqua painter and let's see if I still have a little pool. I do not have a little pool in here. You can take a block if you don't want to get the inside of your ink pads all wet. We actually do need quite a bit of water for this one, so I'm going to bring in just a piece of plastic. And I just want a little, actually, just a little smudge, you can see that, of the Early Espresso ink. Okay, I'm going to close this up and make sure that your work surface is protected. You could also use the Gorgeous Grunge stamp set if you wanted to. I am going for definitely a much more splattered look, so that looks really green. Did I use the right ink pad? I did use the right ink pad. I don't know why that looks so green. I don't think that's the right color. That looks green. Okay, so I'm going to try this again. And I have just a piece of paper towel here. I'm just cleaning off my brush. That color looks like it's not Early Espresso. I don't know why. So we'll try again, even though I know that it was this pad. Let's see. Oh, it looks really green. That's so weird. I guess it's got a very green tone to it. So I want actually a lot of water on here because I'm going to now, so now I've got some ink loaded onto the tip of my painter, and I'm going to take it and I'm just going to bang it against my finger. Okay, and then we're just going to go back in and take some more, and we want it to be very random. Just want this is why I kind of told you to protect your work surface, because it does kind of get everywhere. There'll be some lighter spots and some darker spots, and you put on here however much water you want and what looks good to you. That looks good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and just clean off my aqua painter so that the ink doesn't stay. Okay. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, that one snuck up on me. All right, so now my aqua painter is clean. I'm going to move this. Actually, I'm just going to wipe this up real quick so that it doesn't get on any of my other projects. That is very odd that it looked so green. I don't remember it looking so green when I did the card before. Okay, now we just really need to start assembly. We will take our piece of burlap ribbon, and so now I just want to make sure that I angle this, or I lay this right above. Oh, and look, I even got some stuff there. You may want to splatter before you, if that bothers you. That doesn't bother me, but if that bothers you and you want a crisp image, do your splatter first and then put your leaves down. Okay, so now I'm going to just take actually some glue dots. I have some really large glue dots, but you can use the regular size glue dots, and I'm just going to put those. I'm going to put one there, and then I'm going to put one in the middle, if I can get it off. And then I think, so I'll go ahead and lay this down now, because I cut my piece bigger than I needed it to be, so I could cut it off what I needed to. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to just trim that with the edge here. Just flush with the edge. Okay, and then I am actually going to add another glue dot in there. I'm going to secure it down with the seam binding, but you want to make sure that your edges don't pop off the side of the card there. Okay. Now I'm just going to take a piece of the seam binding. This is the Early Espresso seam binding. And I'm just going to, now this is definitely too long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it just a little bit. And then I'm going to wrap it around the back, and I'm actually going to secure it to the back of the card with just regular adhesive. So just take my seal, just run a little bit there and a little bit there. You can just start. Actually, I guess we should center it. So this is just centered in the middle of my burlap ribbon. And then you just flip it around, place that right into your adhesive, and then you bring in your card base, and we're just going to layer this right on top with regular adhesive as well. You could pop this up if you wanted, but and I always add a little bit extra when there's ribbon or anything else that I need to make sure that it stays down. Okay, now this is a little harder to see because we're doing color on color here. But you just want to center that on the front of your card. And your card is now done. Voila! So there's the one we just made, and here's the original. I think I probably splattered before I stamped because I can tell that there's no water staining on here. Again, if that bothers you, definitely do your splatter technique first and then stamp on top of it. But there's my original. Here's my one we just made. I hope that you liked today's card project and you'll give it a try. Give me a thumbs up, let me know that you liked it, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment. I'll see you soon.